Everybody wants to win the lottery, right? Okay, you don't even know what I'm talking about because we're talking about the new construction real estate lottery. They are back in the market right now as we speak. I'm going to tell you everything about them. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Sasha Chatman here with Chatman Realty Group, your favorite realtor here in DFW, located primarily in Fort Worth, but we serve the entire Metroplex. So here's the deal. The market has changed, and right now we have this new construction lottery that's come back. We've seen this before. We've seen it in the past. It comes back. It was pretty heavy in 2013 when demand was low. That's when it comes back. So we are here now. So what exactly is these lotteries that you're starting to hear about? Okay, plain and simple, it's just a lottery, number one, okay? In which builders have to figure out how many people are going to be able to buy a lot. They only have so many homes because the inventory is low, right? So they have to have a fair way for people to be able to buy into their neighborhood. And so they have to do a lottery system. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Why are we doing it? I just said it. Market's low. We don't have enough homes. Period. The builders cannot keep up. Some builders got behind because of COVID restrictions and the amount of workers that they have to have on the job site. Okay, some of them have restrictions in terms of the materials that they have. So new construction is really kind of tight right now. The entire market here in DFW is tight in terms of just pure inventory. There's not enough houses on the market. Sidebar. If you're a seller and you want to sell your house right now, call me. Don't tell anybody else because we can get you a nice price for it. And I have like 8 buyers who probably want to buy it right now. Real talk. All right. So here's the deal. It's happening. Okay. With this low inventory, builders have to have a fair way for determining who's going to get into the home. So this is kind of how it works. All right. And I just went through this past weekend with my clients, and everyone's been emailing me and texting me about it, like Sasha, how's this work? So that's the video. So real quick, how does it work? All right. So let's say a builder in the scenario that we were in, they only had 30 lots. That's it. They haven't built the houses yet, but they just got 30 lots, and that's it. So they're slowly releasing the number of lots. And if you call around to different builders, they'll keep telling you, I don't have anything. We're going to release some more in March. We're going to release some in such and such time. And they don't have anything because they can't keep up with the demand out there right now. So in this particular case, the builder had 30 lots. And they told us, hey, you need to come here on Saturday. There was a couple things we had to do. And you need to check and see what you have to do with that particular builder. Number one, we had to register. We just couldn't show up. So we had to make sure we get registered, okay, with one of the salespeople. Number two, we had to get pre-approved with their lender. So I understand if you already got a pre-approval out there with another lender, totally get it. It's something builders try to get us to do anyway, try to get the buyer to get pre-approved with their lender. Not saying you have to go with their lender, but if they're going to ask you to go ahead and go through that to make sure they're not wasting their time, if you will. And of course, they're trying to get you to stay with their lender. Of course. And of course, the incentives may make you want to stay. But we had to do that. So once we were pre-approved and we were registered, now it's just the time of the lottery. It was at 10 o'clock. Okay? I got there early. Got there at 9:15. You know, ready to wait out in the cold. And when I got there, there was like 70 cars. It was crazy. It was so many people there. And so everyone's already camped out and thinking this is going to be a deal like Black Friday. But it was way too cold for anyone to get out. Now, I came prepared just in case they were doing it that way. I had my lawn chair. I had my propane mobile heater, all that. And that doesn't matter. Okay, in this particular case, it was not a first come, first serve basis. What we did is all lined up when they were ready to open up. It was at 10 o'clock. Lined up in front of the person we registered with. They call your name. They look for you on the list. Make sure they got you registered. Yep, if you're not registered, you're SOL. Too late. You should have got registered. So know the rules for the lottery you're going to, number one. Two, and you have to be ready with the money in terms of putting down your down payment. So once they did all of that, checked and say, do you have your money? Yep, you got pre-approved, got the pre-approval, and you're registered. Now let's draw numbers out of a hat. Literally, just draw numbers out of a hat. And 1 through 30 are the ones who guarantee the slot. So they had over 70 people who did that. Okay, but here's the deal. Here's more homework for you. Make sure you understand what home that you want and then what home that you actually want, what floor plan, and what kind of lot you're trying to get because they go quickly. My buyers drew number 27. So this is what happened. We all go back into our cars. They text us from numbers 1 and up and come in. The first 5 people come in. They talk to them because they're the first people to draw a lot. They can choose which lot they want and choose what floor plan. Okay? And then they call the next group and then the next group. And they finally got to us. We were lucky that my particular buyer was looking for a floor plan that they build quite a bit of in the neighborhood. So if you're looking for one of the more unique floor plans that they don't have, and let's say they only got 3 of them and they only got 30 lots. So if you're number 4, you're not getting it. Okay? At the same time, there could be somebody who's got that number and they don't want it. They don't want that particular floor plan. And they're like, okay, fine. So guess who's up? Number 31, then 32, and so forth and so on. Just because you get a high number doesn't mean it's not going to work out for you. They got you on the list, and that's how it worked out with us. Now, we were lucky enough to get in the 30, so my client was easy, ready to go, and that was the story. What are some of the drawbacks to going through this lottery system? Well, the biggest drawback is you don't get picked. You don't get the right number. And if you never get the right number, you can never be able to buy one of the lots, and you miss out on that opportunity. And I know that can be extremely frustrating because you got your mindset that you want to get a particular home in a certain neighborhood and you don't get that opportunity to. So that can be frustrating, okay? One of the other things that can be a drawback is you got to understand how that builder's doing it. Right now, with supplies being limited here in 2021, they're not allowing people to pick everything from the ground up. So what they're doing in that particular builder, they were just doing spec homes. That's it. That means you take the home as it is. You want to put X home on that particular lot, great. You're not picking your countertops, you're not picking your cabinets, you're not picking your carpet, you're not picking the floors. That's how I went with that particular one. And the reason for that is they're having such a very hard time in finding the right materials and the right brick and everything else that you may want in your heart's desire. I, for a fact, know that. I picked out a certain brick for our home, and we had to go back and change our brick twice already because they ran out of it. So we're like, okay. So they're starting to take those choices away from consumers and say, this is it. And with the low inventory, guess what? People going to take it. All right. So if you want to build it from the complete ground up and you want to choose everything, the lottery system may not be for you. But at the same time, lots are going super fast. And so when lots are available right now, here's my advice to anyone who listens to this video. You need to be decisive and you need to act now. Also, a drawback is they go up on their prices. They kept going up on their prices. That's what's going on with new construction. When we first looked at that home, I think they were like $239. In the end, we got it for $255. So, and that was like 2 weeks ago. That's what's going on out there right now. So they're going to keep moving up on their prices. So the sooner you can get locked in with a new construction home, the better it is for you. Because if they're going to keep building that in that neighborhood and building your floor plan in that neighborhood again, let's say you lock it in at $255. And then about 3 years later, that same house is selling for $300. You walked into instant equity. That's how it works. So that's the lottery system. That's what's going on out there right now. New thing in the market, but an oldie. So if you have any questions, leave your comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions whatsoever, or reach out to me. If you are in my area and you're looking for a new construction home, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Even if you're not in my area, give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you out. If you are looking for a new construction home, check out my website down below. Okay, it's going to be in the description. Click on it. It will allow you to check out all the spec homes, the homes being built from scratch here in the DFW market, only new construction only. This is a site I use purely for new construction, so make sure you check that out. Okay.